In this tutorial, I'll do exercise 403 on page 4-4 of the fourth class of Introductory at the Shipyard Night School. Here's the page, screen capture if you want. Here's a close-up of just 403. Let me start a brand new start from scratch drawing. Okay. We won't bother with anything red in here. That'll come later in to some extent when we study dimensioning. I believe that's week number 8 in the introductory program, but we'll do everything black in here. This is a detail. We don't need to draw it. We just need to use its dimensions to get what a polar array around the 360-degree circle. Let's start with circles from a random point. One is a diameter of 24, and the other is a diameter of 30. Go to circle center diameter. Pick a random point. This might go off the screen. We'll see. 24. Yep, went off the screen. And we'll draw another circle. Hover, snap at the center. And that is 30. Enter. Let me move everything. I haven't covered that yet in introductory class, but let me move everything so it's in positive Y, just for tradition and etiquette in CAD. Incidentally, I got dynamic input turned on. Polar tracking on and set to 90 degrees. Okay, I'll turn off object snap tracking. We cover that in intermediate. It's a good, easy feature. Maybe I should move it to intro. And got object snaps on with the standard 5 I always recommend. Endpoint, midpoint, center, quadrant, and intersection. Everything else, I believe, is turned off. Whoop, nope, we don't need that, or that. Turn them off to get them out of the way and double check we got everything checked. Yep, the status bar across the bottom is as big as we can have it. So got the two circles. We need to draw this socket head cap screw. Best place would be to start it here at 990 or here at 0 degrees. I always start at 90. 0 might be better, but I'm already in the habit of drawing at the top dead center. So I'll draw a circle of 4.4 diameter, and inside put a hexagon that is 2 units circumscribed, a hexagon on a circumscribed on a 2-inch circle. Okay, we'll go to circle center diameter. Whoops, I'm not sure why that happens with my home system. Bow snap at the top dead center. It's asking for diameter. The outer diameter of the socket head cap screw is 4.4. Consider this millimeters if you want to know. But again, AutoCAD is unitless. So anyway, let's see, 2 pentagon circumscribed outside of a 2-inch diameter circle. So we'll start another center diameter, hover, O snap, and 2. Now we want a polygon whose flats touch this circle. So it'll be a 2 millimeter, two AutoCAD unit wrench or Allen wrench to 2 millimeter. Yeah, that's right. 2 millimeter Allen wrench to turn the socket head cap screw. Let's go up here, drop down the rectangular icon on the draw panel of the home tab of the drafting and annotation workspace. And the third one down here, or the second one down here, is polygon. Okay, by the way, a polygon is a object formed by polylines, so it's got a little bit added feature to just 5 lines. We'll click on polygon. We enter the number of sides. Default is 4. I'll change that to 6 to make a pentagon, hexagon. Next question is specify the center of polygon. Well, we'll snap again at that quadrant or center point there. We want it circumscribed about the circle. So I'll invoke the circumscribed about circle option, or C enter, and specify radius of circle. Having drawn the circle already, I can easily O snap to it instead of typing 2 again. So I'll click down here so the point is not at the top and bottom. If I were to click here, the points would be at the top and bottom. That is the quadrant, not the intersection. So your choices are the 3 o'clock quadrant or the 12 o'clock quadrant. I'll click there. And we don't need any, we don't need this guide circle. So I'll delete it. We will use this bolt circle as a chalk line. That's the red, thin, broken center line type circle here. We'll erase it. We'll use it to home. Well, I suppose I could home in on the center of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and erase it. Okay. Now I want to replicate this all the 360 degrees around the circle. How many are there? 12? Yeah, 12 all the way around. So I want to make a polar array of this. So the total number of copies, including the original, is 12 around the full circle. The array command or icon is right here, the bottom row of the modify panel of the home tab of the work of the drafting and annotation workspace. Might teach rectangular. I used it in Army planning, putting trucks and tanks in a parking lot. We'll drop down here to polar array instead of rectangular array. Drop down to polar array. The array polar command says select objects. I'll select these 2 objects. The hexagon is just a single, very complicated object, not 5 lines. It's a single polyline with 6 vertices in it. Hit enter when we're finished selecting anything or everything. Array polar command comes back with specify center point of array. Now I'll hover on the 30 diameter circle to find the center. Now it says we can grip array by dragging one of these grips around, but it's easier to go up here to the contextual ribbon and type, we want 12 items here. Could also go to number of items on the command prompt. I'll click on items on the command prompt and change it from 6 to 12 and enter. And we're done. Again, we won't be using we won't draw the sniper scope or the bolt circle in red. By the way, notice a polar array is a single object. Let me hit escape to deselect this polar object. If I go to erase this polar object, I can click anywhere and it disappears. It's a single object of a bunch of copies welded into a package. And if you want to delete only one of these, you can always explode. Let me demonstrate that. The explode icon. Can I zoom in here? Not sure why that does. Oh, there we go. That's the explode icon. We'll click that, we'll zoom back out. I'll explode this incredibly large, complicated polar array object. and hit enter. Now everything is an individual object. Again, the hexagons are a single polyline. You can explode polylines, and they drop down to 6 lines. Exploding blasts things to simpler objects. Okay, but now that I've exploded it, it's just individual circles and 12 6-sided polylines or polygons. I can erase one or more of these bolts. Don't do that unless you have to, because tomorrow the boss might come in and say, oh, we need bigger Allen wrench, and we need, all you got to do is it's easier if you leave it assembled. You can change the detail of one. Let me undo, and we'll call that good. That completes exercise 403 on page 4-4 in class 4 of Introductory AutoCAD. See you next video.